What's up, y'all? It's just Rhonda. We're here. We've made it to this reunion. Felt like the Game of Thrones over here. I don't watch Game of Thrones, but I feel like that's what it was given. I'm just saying. Reunion part one. Like the video, subscribe to my channel. Let's go ahead and talk about it. So we're gonna start with Tommy. Tommy wants to know how everybody felt about the new format, breaking it on down. And everybody pretty much agrees that they like the format, except for the part that people get eliminated before they get to meet each other. And I actually think, yeah, they're right. I think so many people in one setting is kind of difficult for somebody to get to know each other. So definitely having the smaller groups makes sense. But yeah, we should not be eliminating people, till after that. We gonna get right into it, child. We starting with Patrice and Alonso. Remember when they met? Seems like a match. I'm just saying. Not so much anymore. Patrice and Alonso are sitting on this couch with this weird ass energy where like we could see the tension like from through the TV. Seems like it's not as fun as it used to be over there with Patrice and Alonso. Tommy asked her, like, so what's the status of the relationship? And she said her and Alonso decided they were going to be in a committed relationship after the process. And they even, he gave her the key to his apartment. Seemed like a bad idea, but, they did it anyway. Why are you giving her a key to your apartment? And why are you taking a key to his apartment? Don't you think that's strange? I mean, how many keys has he given out? It just seems like a very rushed move for somebody to make within this short period of time. Um, he said he wanted to prove his, loyalty and commitment to her. And I think that's kind of crazy, Patrice. And, you being the older person in this situation, you should have probably known that that wasn't, the best idea. But hey, we gonna take the key. And 3 days into this committed relationship, what happens? Patrice pulls up in a decoy car, not the one that she normally drives in. And what does she see? Alonso over here with his platonic friend from a long time ago that he's never had any type of connection with ever.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
His Jeep was broken. So this is what had happened. His Jeep was broken. His platonic friend that he's never had anything with, she came by, middle of the night to help him get his groceries. I guess I would do that for my friend. Maybe not at 10 o'clock at night. If it's like my platonic friend, I'll be like, I'll come by there like tomorrow, like afternoon or something, or earlier, in the morning, get your groceries so I can get on with my life. At 10 o'clock at night, I don't know that that's what I would be doing, but listen, these are friends. What are you gonna do? His Jeep is broken. Patrice pulls up in her decoy car and everything went left from there. Tommy was like, it's just your friend girl. Your friend girl, like what Sheree was to Martell over there in Huntsville. And he's like, yeah, nothing has ever happened between me and her. And Patrice is like, well, what he doesn't know is I met up with the girl. And I was like, you met up with the girl? How did that happen? I'm curious. He was there. You were getting groceries, right? Your friend girl brought you groceries because your Jeep is broken. And y'all are bringing the groceries in the house, or she already in the house? I'm trying to figure out like what happened when Patrice then walked her down to her car so they could have a private conversation and agree to meet up. Why y'all be doing that? Meeting up with if this is how you're feeling, if you're feeling like somebody right, some probably not right. So just back up. I don't need to go have a whole coffee with this lady that I met at Alonso's apartment. Anyway, Patrice did. She went and met up with the girl. And the girl said they had just had sex in May. And in May, they were, in the process of this whole ready to love thing. There's all this chatter out here on the internet. And Alonso was over here in his car recording things and spilling things. And I'm not going to talk about it because it's just going to throw me off. Maybe we'll talk about it later, but I have to watch the other part. And I said last week, everybody please just stay off the internet. But No, nope, nope, nope. Here we are with all this outside noise. Back over here, his apartment, though, where he was having sex with his platonic friend. Alonzo, did you have sex with her? Well, yeah, but you said never, ever, ever. So he told her about that. Alonzo, why you gotta keep going to get an STD check? Like, if you're out here swerving all up in Pandora box and her friends' boxes too, then you should just protect yourself. Who keeps running over to get tested? Maybe you should slow down a little bit. Tommy's like, well, I mean, do you see anything maybe rekindling between the two of you? Patrice is like, not a chance in hell. It's never going to happen. I'm like, I feel like it can happen. I don't know why, but Patrice is awfully mad for somebody who's never, ever, 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 ever going to do it again. Alonzo said, listen, we smashed once in the past because now they have confessionals. I actually like the confessionals. Alonzo said, we smashed in the past, but I mean, we should be able to have friends with people that we smashed with. If we're not going to be able to do that, then there's just no trust. So why even bother? Besides, she was over there still talking to William, and she said she was done with that. And then we know she went rushing down to get on Chaz's list. So if somebody said back on this outside chatter that she was at LeBron's house rubbing his feet and cleaning his house, what did she say to Jonathan? She said stuff. I thought it was stupid then. I didn't know she was really living that life. What did she say? I can't remember. Anyway. Patrice says she was over there in Alonzo's apartment wasting 3 of the best years in her life. And she can't talk about it right now. She might mess up her makeup. So she's gonna go now. And I was like, see, that's why I know you're gonna run your ass back over there. I don't know what kind of magic Alonzo got going over there in that apartment with no pictures on the walls. Anyway, next up, will.i.am, Alexis, Patrice, Mika, and Koshia. Will, you have a lot of ladies that you have issue with. Pretty much the whole cast is over here with an issue with you. Will, with your CD on around your neck. Why you got a CD around your neck? That seems weird. You're not that young. You're not so young that you don't know what a CD is and that we used to listen to music on that before we got Spotify. Take off my CD. It looks ridiculous. Doesn't make you look rich. It makes you look ridiculous. Will, this is what Tommy wants to know. Were you over there sleeping on the floor or not? Will's like, let me clear this whole thing up. I'm a real estate developer. I was staying in one of my multiple properties because there's several of them because I'm wealthy and rich. I needed to stay at one of my stage properties because I had just moved out of my apartment. And anybody with a good sense of a billy goat will be able to see how wealthy and that I have assets. You can go ahead and Google it if you want to. Mika said he's mad because we said he's thirsty and he is. She said he's a scammer. And he said, well, you're a baby mama with your tubes tied. And I'm like, I mean, okay, maybe, maybe not. Because I feel like, well, this could not be a secret. Like, I don't know why you thought that was a read. If you know she got her tubes tied, that means that she must have said something to someone. I don't know that she meant for it to be a secret. If she was trying to make it be a secret, then you would definitely not know. So, okay, she's a baby mama with her tubes tied. She said, well, you are a little man with a bad body. I didn't see your body. You had on a bad sweater. And your English is not great. And I don't mean because you're from Miami and you speak a different language. I mean, no, you don't really speak actual words. I saw you over on Kojo's channel. You were talking about how you're a millionaire and you have all this bunches of multiple millions. And then you would follow up with whoop-de-whoop, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I was like, I'm sure those are not words. Then you were saying how you're like, I'm still out in these streets and I'm just so gangster. And I was like, oh, will.i.am. Gangsters moved in silence, just like lasagna. I'm just saying. You don't make sense. Do you have any brochures, like how Curtis does over on Married to Medicine? I feel like those developers have brochures. We're mixing things up and it's starting to be confusing. Are you a realtor? Do you stage homes? When you stage homes, like don't sleep on it. It's not going to smell right when people come through there to look at the property. Where were we at, child? He told this girl she had BBL and her body's fake. And it's a very wonderful, fabulous job. Whoever did it, if it, I don't care. It's amazing. However they did it, we should all be able to get one of those. If we're gonna go do it, that's the one I want. So it's not on my list of things to do. But Mika, like maybe you should share your information so the rest of us can, catch up. Anyway, she said his chain was fake, and I was like, it is fake. It's a whole CD, girl. Tell me, asked Patrice, are you the one that said he slept on the floor? And Patrice is like, yeah, it was me. He told me he moved out of his apartment, put all of his stuff on the job in a garage or a storage place, and that he was about to go to bed in his covers. And I'm like, okay, girl, so you be over here lying like Lorenzo, because that's where we all go to bed in our covers. Where do you keep your covers at? Do you keep them on the floor? Because we don't keep our covers on the floor. We keep our covers on the bed. So if he said he was going to go get in his covers, and then you went back and told those people that he said he was sleeping on the floor, you lied, just like LaRon did. That's all I'm saying. And why don't you know what a staged home is? You're an inventor and a shuttle bus driver and a massage therapist. Did you see her nails? I'm sorry. I'd be so very confused about these people in the industry doing facials and massages with nails like that. Maybe it's just for the show. I don't know. You should know what a staged home is, because it's staged like it's the definition is in the name. No wonder why you was over here with Alonzo skating and skateboarding and doing flips and jump rope. Will, why are you living in an apartment if you have so much multiple properties? It doesn't just seem like a good investment. And then I'm not a businessman or a developer or anything, and I don't whoop-de-whoop a whole lot, but I feel like if you have a multi-millions, then you should like invest in one of these houses for yourself. It don't have to mean nothing crazy. Talk to Chaz. Chaz, where you at? Can you hold a class for these apartment people that have plenty of money that are wasting it? Thank you. Tommy wants Patrice to say, do you owe him an apology since you told these people that, that he was sleeping on the floor? Like you were over here influencing the way they were thinking about him. And they were like, no, they weren't. No, she wasn't. That's not what it was. We didn't care. By the time she told us that, it didn't even matter. Then here goes Alexis. Listen, Will and I had a connection, and I feel like some of the things that the ladies, wanted to discuss about him shouldn't be discussed. And I'm like, what are you talking about? But that's why we're here. It's the reunion. This is our chance to discuss some of the things that we were confused about during the season, Alexis. Did somebody give her a cocktail before we got here? Alicia said she wasn't actually impacted by any of that. She said she was more impacted by the fact that Alexis over here would kept running her mouth. What goes on in the ladies' lounge is supposed to stay in the ladies' lounge. And Tommy said, exactly. And well, she was not. She was over here telling Will things that were going on in the ladies' lounge. And I felt that he was being inappropriate and he was making me uncomfortable. And I would have liked to have had that conversation with him myself. But this girl over here wanted to disclose everything that we said in the ladies' lounge. So I didn't get a chance to do that. But she's over here like, what did I do? Will? And Mika was like, shut up. You're doing so much talking. All the people that got voted off early are doing too much talking. Like, golly, you wasn't even here. And she was like, Alexis was like, and you goofy. And then Mika was like, and you goofy too. And I'm like, both of y'all goofy. And Alexis said, the both of them sitting over there sharing half a brain. Koshia don't play that. Koshia was sitting there with her knees together, her hands in her lap, and her feet tucked under her chair. And she was like, I haven't said nothing to this little girl that looked like she built like a 12-year-old boy. As soon as she said a half a brain, no, Tommy, the respect would go out the window. I was like, here she go, y'all. Don't play. No. And she'll sit there, church lady, like when, her hands in her lap and her feet tucked under her chair, but she will smack a bitch in the mouth if she have to get up out of her seat. So I suggest that, Alexis, you hold it together a little bit. Things were getting out of hand, and Tommy was like, let's just, whew. Well, it's like, okay, look, even though I felt like I was disrespected, because I was, I'm still going to be the bigger person and say sorry. Sorry, Mika. And Mika's like, I ain't saying no sorry. Everything I said was true. He's a broke scammer with a big CD around his neck. Tommy's like, we need to stick together as Black people. I don't know why we do this. We're just ripping up each other a new one all the time. And I'm like, Tommy, do you watch this show? I don't think so. Did you just get here? We see you sashaying in the room and sashaying out. And then it's like, when the teacher leaves out of the classroom and she says, don't get out of your seat. And then as soon as she closes the door, then the kids want to be acting wild. Let's try to hurry up, finish the celebration before she comes back in the door. I used to be sitting in my seat like, y'all are stupid. It ain't going to end well. And when she walks in here, I won't be standing on the desk. That's all I know. Here goes Alexis standing on the desk. Here goes Koshia trying to slap her down. Here goes Mika. Hit her. Go ahead. Do it. To calm things down, Tommy brings out Glenn. We hope he can sit here through this segment. Jesus. Glenn, what happened to you? Why didn't you show up at the mixer? And Glenn's all like, well, I was taking my kid to school, and then I got in a wreck, and I got back home, and there was a sinkhole in my backyard, and the kitchen was flooded, and a lightning bolt hit my front porch, and I got a little anxiety. My tummy gets bubbly. Are you bubbly now? Yeah, it's bubbling. I'm sure we're all bubbling up here. They're all like, nah, we ain't bubbling. This is, we've been waiting for this moment for a minute. Well, Justin was the replacement for Glenn. Thank goodness. Justin was like, everybody was nice. I got here, the guys were cool, the girls were cool. I enjoyed the process. That's what he do. He say something nice and give you a Colgate smile. Told y'all don't listen. Told you the man was over there with a political grandfather in Mississippi. He know how to conduct himself. He wasn't in any alliances. He just came through and did what he do. Playboy Justin. I told y'all. Tommy was like, look here, Glenn. You didn't come the first time, so this is what I'm going to do. It's a bunch of girls that got kicked off the bridge during the process. So I want you to go back there and see if you can catch one of them on your way out the door. You got 45 minutes to do this because we got a few more people that need to come over this couch and scream at each other. He's like, okay, Tommy, hope I don't get too much bubble guts. And Justin's like, enjoy yourself. Good luck. Just stay away from me because we ain't going to play that. Just saying. He's in the backstage. He runs into the referee. She's sitting there with a leg spread apart and then her elbows on her knees. Like she's like having a little powwow with the team during the, what do you call it? Timeout. Glenn, why you didn't come? Glenn's like, I just said I had to take my kid to school. I got in a wreck. I went back home. There's a sinkhole backyard. The kitchen is flooded and a lightning bolt hit my porch. She's like, I'm not buying it. You got to do better than that. Glenn's like, I got 45 minutes. I don't got time to talk to this lady. Let me go over here. I'm gonna talk to April. Hey, April, how you doing? Hi, how you doing? Glenn, I like your nails. Glenn, did you go to the class with Chazzy's brother, Tracy, on how to break down barriers? I like your shoes. I like your halter top. I like your blue dress and I like your nails. Princess Leylin walks in the door. She walks in all poised in her beautiful purple dress. All the guys are cheesing because she was at the top of everybody's list. Huh. Tommy, Are you glad to be here? Glad to have you here, Laylin. I'm just so sorry I didn't get a chance to continue with the process, but I looked around and I didn't really like any of these guys. And this lady Alexis kept on screaming down to the ladies' lounge. Just didn't feel like somewhere I wanted to be. Chaz, you had a connection with Laylin. Yes, she's a rare woman. And when she left the process, I was absolutely devastated. That's how Chaz do it. Devastated. Vanessa in the back, shh, trying to hear what they're saying. Chaz said if Laylin was still in the process, he would have been pursuing her because she was at his top. I said, was she? I guess. I mean, she was at everybody's top. And Tommy's like, well, Laylin, is there anybody here on this stage that you think you might, want to be checking for? And she's like, no, I don't think so. And Patrice is like, hold on now, girl, Alonzo. Alonzo, wasn't she at the top of your list? Why don't you go ahead see what happened with Laylin? And Alonzo's like, I was actually not even talking right then. That was your boy Chaz over here that was devastated that she had to leave. Patrice, shut your ass up. This is why I think he could still come through, because you over here, doing too much, girl. Run on around to his apartment, have a conversation with the neighbor lady, see what she tell you about what he got going on over there.
Marcus, I know you hear me, you slimy, sleazy, sneaky, slithering son of a bitch.
You want to keep it down? Get ready to have some company, okay?
So who's the victim tonight?
Hey, Vaughn, I don't feel like playing with you, okay? Stop.
Why don't you just tell her the truth? Tell her you're gonna use her, then you're gonna dump her like you did me.
Excuse me, I did not dump you. We went out, it was whack, and it was your fault, and I wish... Look, why don't you get over it and go find another man, huh? Get out of here.
I hope you catch a disease and your dick falls off.
Tommy wants to check in on Glenn. Why? We didn't see Glenn this much in the whole season. Now we got to be stuck with Glenn over here at the reunion. Glenn is in the back with pretty Patricia leaned up against the wall. And you can shoot your shot, Glenn, but I'm going to guess by the time the commercial break is over, she will have leveled up on you because you're no different than any other man that she's ever run across that she has leveled up on, I'm sure. Choked or snatched? That's the question. This question was so internet worthy that it earned Alonzo. It earned Alonzo a blue check on his Instagram. Everybody give him a round of applause. Who has the blue check? Lioness, Alonzo, and yeah, world-renowned Diamante. Anybody else got a blue check? Just check it over here. Pickles be out in the grocery store going, hey, you, aren't you that guy from Ready to Love? Can I get your autograph, child? Alonzo said, once again, I keep on trying to tell y'all, when we asked a question, choked or snatched, I did not mean anything sexual by that. But she was like, it was inappropriate, bro. Patrice is like, we grown. There was nothing wrong with that question. I mean, honestly, me, myself, probably wouldn't have been offended by the question. However, I want to answer his ask either. It's none of your business. We're not right there, little boy. You was over here down to the apartment with a key after 3 days. Maybe you don't mind letting him know whether you want to be choked or snatched, but we don't want to tell him that. We don't like him like that. Tommy's like, how exactly do you ask that question in a way that's not sexual? Like you playing with us all. So for all of us who don't understand, please tell us how you can, ask somebody this question, choked or snatched, without it being like sexual. Alonzo said, anybody that's ever been kissed has been choked. And I'm like, yeah, when you're being sexual, having sex. I mean, I don't generally walk around being choked and kissed, and it's sexual. Can you try again? He said, can you pose that question in a way that's not sexual? It doesn't seem like you can. Anything else is beyond. It's assault. I'm just saying. Koshia said it was a sexual question. He needed to quit playing. And we're not in that place. I wasn't trying to be with that, tell him those types of things and gives him those types of details about me. She said, LeBron knows. And I'm like, yeah, we know, he knows. And she said, Chaz knows. And I said, wait a minute, Chaz knows? Chaz, you was over here choking and snatching on this lady. I bet she wasn't down to the parking lot. I bet she wasn't down to the parking lot getting choked or snatched. I'm just saying. Koshia said, you know what? It's not even that serious. Me and this boy are fine. Wasn't nobody trying to go this far with it anyway. But y'all want to keep asking this crazy ass question, and he want to keep playing and acting like it's not sexual. So, it is what it is. Tommy said, well, let's play another game. We're going to figure out who said that. Who said that? This person said William reminded her of Jeffrey the Giraffe and Forrest Gump. Huh. LeBron over there. Mika like, no, I didn't. I didn't say that. Koshia. No, but me, I ain't say it. Nope, it was April. April was over there being mean. Girl. Feel like a hypocrite, because I did talk a lot about this man sleeping on somebody's couch. And I would say sorry, but I'm not. But I wasn't up here being that kind of mean, April. Now, if he was to start pointing and picking out things about you, it wouldn't be fun. Everybody be like, ew, he wasn't right for that. That's not nice. So that wasn't nice, April. And if you're going to be not nice, then I'm going to say something. That's my job. That's what I'm here for. I mean, if it's any consolation, I don't think about him that way now. Nor why not? What did he do to change your perception? I'm just curious. I didn't even see y'all together. It could have been a thing, but I never thought it'd be a thing. Somebody was over here saying that LeBron was making shady moves like a snake. LeBron's like, Alexis, I don't know why she was so bent out of shape. I feel like they had this conversation before about somebody being a snake and making snaky moves. I know I've heard it before, but she over here acting like she ain't never heard it before. So then, she's like, it wasn't me. Why would you think it was me? And then she chucked, Ron was the biggest snake on this cast that we had the entire time. That's what she said. First of all, Alexis, he's not a snake. He's a joker. Get it right.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight? What? I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it.
Things get heated between the two of them. Next thing you know, she calling him a dork. He's saying she wearing cubic zirconia. He said you was just over here whispering in my ear and tossing your dress all on me, trying to be chummy. When did I do that? Oh my gosh. You're a nerd, bro. You're a dork. Who says that? You're a nerd. You're a dork. You know what it reminded me of?
You're crazy.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're a nerd.
I know you are, but what am I?
You're an idiot.
I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I? I know you are, but what am I?
I know you are, but what am I? Infinity.
No, I'm not. You
are.
are. No way. Knock it off. Cut it out. Oh, shut up, Pee-wee.
Why don't you make me?
Why don't you make me?
Because I don't make monkeys. I just train them.
Child, everything just kept escalating. Alexis was getting more and more turned up. Everybody was over there involved now. Alonzo's trying to pull her off the couch. I don't know why. I don't feel like that was making anything better. And I don't know why he thought that would make things any better. Just let security deal with it. Because, you over here, ain't this your homeboy? You're going to make her even more mad than she already was. LeBron's sitting up there talking about, tell her to go. And she's like, really? Really? Are you serious? How am I the problem? And Justin was like, and nobody said you was wrong, child, but you do keep running your mouth. And now she mad at him. So now she fussing at him. And now, Mika got to get involved because she's not going to let you sit up there and holler at her man. Everybody's telling her to shut up. And Security steps in. Now Will has her in a whole full-on, locked, what do you call it, bear hug, dragging her off the stage. She's threatening, and I'll beat your butt, and I'm gonna beat you up, and I'm gonna beat you up. But she's beating up the cast. That's what she says. She's full on in Chihuahua mode. Rashida and Laylan are walking down the hallway like, this is not what we got dressed up for. Laylan's like, that's why I left, girl. Rashida was like, girl, it didn't get no better. Every week at the ladies' lounge, this girl was flipping out like somebody's damn chihuahua. Rah, 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 rah. My goodness. Alexis is at the back door. I didn't spend no rack on this to come here and deal with this. And Will is like, calm down, calm down. You're letting them get the best of you. No, no, no. What they're getting is the worst of me. You're getting the worst of me. And scene. I guess, child, that's how, it ended with Alexis flipping us all off. Don't start none, won't be none. Well, who started it? Feel like you started it, girl. I'm just saying. That was... Is that how you went out? Maybe you went and sit in the car for a while and cool off. We'll see. I don't know. Next week, we're going to get into the group chat. Who was over here with the group chat? LaRon was over there with the group chat. Jonathan was over here sucking toes and snatching women without their consent. And if we don't talk about it, then I'm going to talk about it. Jonathan. Yeah. And of course, Chaz and his petrified flower. So like the video, subscribe to my channel. We get on to part 2 next week, y'all. Bye.